My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Against the Storm, where in the last episode in our smoldering city, we unlocked all of these fellows. We've the Brass Order, the First Dawn Company, and the Vanguard of the Stolen Keys. They are multiple competing factions constantly trying to settle the world map. It usually takes them a few years to establish a town, but if they succeed, they'll claim the resources of the surrounding map tiles and remove any nearby modifier or treasure chests. After a faction decides where to settle, a colored border with a number on will appear on the given map tile, rather. The number shows how many years are left before the faction establishes the town. Although faction towns may sometimes be an obstacle in your endeavors, they can also be useful. If you have a trading post in your settlement, a faction town located nearby, you can establish trade routes with it, and with every action you take on the world map, establishing towns, collecting treasure, and removing modifiers, etc., you'll gain influence. At the end of each cycle, you'll be ranked based on said influence compared to other factions, and the higher you place, the better rewards you'll receive. So immediately, I'm thinking I want to pip y'all to the post up here. Vanguard and First Dawn are both attempting to spawn in this location, next to the fertile grounds in 5 years. So I'm gonna do that myself instead. Now there's more workable soil in this area, which, glades have an increased chance of including fertile soil, plus 60% chance there. Insects, meat, and mushrooms. Yeah, so having humans for working the farms and having lizards for working the trappers' camps does seem a pretty good division here. Let's name the settlement. This settlement. Oh, well, how do I work with that? This settlement is Johnton. There you go. Of course, based after John there. Let's also embark with some stone and some clay. I have been really liking that as our setup that we've been using a lot recently. Yeah, let's go. I think this is all set up perfectly. We have forest offerings during drizzle season. Every dangerous or forbidden glade event that we complete will give us 30 random raw food. We don't have any additional modifiers until we get up to Hostility 3, where we have resources we sacrifice burn 40% faster. At Hostility 4, we have villages have a 10% chance of consuming twice the food that they require. Eerie Song, we can protect people with services from having a 5% chance of perishing every 15 seconds. And Eclipse, we can protect people still with services. A second service, it looks like. They need a second service in order to have villages not take 200% longer breaks. I mean, immediate obvious things to do here. Can I have a trapper's camp immediately, please? Herb garden and forester's hut. I mean, I do just want a tillable field kind of situation for us. I am very tempted to just take the herb garden for that reason. Just before I do that, because, the herb garden itself is not going to help me right now. So before I do that, I am going to get 2 woodcutters down. And honestly, I'm just gonna shoot my way straight through to this dangerous glade. Yeah, looks like it could be a pretty good position with a little bit of work maybe for another half. But largely, this is a large amount of information to add. Let's also speed up time. The information of knowing what we have in this dangerous glade will give us a little bit of a push in a direction here for our first blueprint, thankfully. Because otherwise it's basically all the same to me. Time for the first cornerstone. A surprise child. So we gain 1 lizard for every 25 eggs produced. Does that count? Hang on. 1 extra lizard for every 25 eggs produced. Does that count when I forage for them? I'm almost feeling like it doesn't, and I should take flame amulets as a response. More woodcutters with less hostility. I'm gonna take that. And part of it is because I think I'm gonna need more woodcutters because I don't have beavers doing good woodcutting. So I may even need like a 3rd woodcutter early on. Heck, what if I did that? What if I just made a 3rd woodcutter? I've a bunch of people right now, so I actually can do it. Cut through to discover a 2nd glade. Seems like a good way to get some simple tools for ourselves. Dangerous glade, complete enough events there. Thank you, I am about to cut into one. Oh my god, just complete 2 glade events? If I complete 2 dangerous glade events, I complete all of this at the same time. I'm gonna take the problem solver. The idea here being, if I manage to complete this and get the 10 planks, I may be able to actually skip building a crude workstation for a while. Sounds like an efficiency gain to me. We do have one of our only harpies in the Ancient Hearth, which I do really like right now. Gives global carrying capacity increased by 5. Very handy. Ooh, spawns living matter upon activation. Yes. Oh my god, yes. So I have only 4 people that I can send out at the moment. That's fine. I will send 2 of you to try and complete this mission. I will definitely take the bricks as well as the simple tools. I think that's great for us. We only get 2 simple, 2 living matter spawning. So I can complete one of them. Actually, I can complete both of them at the same time. We are going to be losing food at quite a rate while that's occurring, though. Thankfully, we don't have any cooked food to be losing at the moment. Could be worse. I really don't see myself getting the ability to use this woodcutter's camp immediately. Especially considering how much food I'm about to have to produce. Like, it's going to be to the degree of putting down a scavenger's camp, absolutely. Yep. Already being told we're low on food, not that I don't know. Let's make that scavenger's camp as quickly as we can. Come on. And then try to scavenge as quickly as we can as well. I would like people not to starve to death. Okay. Dangerous Glade event number 1 complete. We get some extra tools, some extra pottery, some extra bricks. Event 2 is also complete. Got a decent amount of oil and a decent amount of amber as well. I should definitely get my trading post down early. Okay, Liz's resolve is low, that's fine. Yeah, that'll be fixed literally as soon as I deliver my first load of eggs. So I don't even really feel responsible for correcting that right now. 1 glade event solved. 2 glade. Unfortunately, the living matters I don't believe are going to count as glade events rather, for the sake of that. Would love it if they did, though. I'm gonna favor the lizards just so that I actually don't immediately lose them. I mean, yeah, this doesn't count as an event, right? The cache itself? I don't think it does. We are about to have a storm, which is gonna mean the lizards are gonna have a harder time there as well. don't burn coal if you can avoid it, but do burn oil as your priority. And I still need to keep those woodcutters at the moment. Specifically, I'm just going to put this one here and tell it to clear out kind of like the aberrant trees there. And then I'm going to move this to clear up in that direction is pretty good. Clearing down from here is also not bad. Looks like I might need to double down on food production a little bit. So, this new area did not really give me much information. Gave me a foragers and trappers camp. I already know that I want a trappers camp, so I don't want to take the foragers camp just to get the insects. And it also did not give me any farmable soil, unfortunately. I'm gonna take the herb garden and move on. Kiln carpenter brickyard. I mean, the kiln is worked very effectively by lizards at the moment. That also gets us some jerky production so that we can actually make our meat last a little longer. Gives us non-base brick production. Yeah, that's definitely what we want. Lumber mill for plank production. Seems good to me at this point. Just take it. I would like a kiln and a lumber mill, please. Kiln go there. And lumber mill rock up right next to it. I don't have any fabric or any way to get fabric in the near future, so I know that means I'm going to require a crude workstation. I don't necessarily think I'm going to require a makeshift post just yet. Guess I'm returning to woodcutting more than I thought I was going to. It's okay, these buildings won't immediately get built, but it's not like they were immediately going to do things anyway. So what, like a small hearth up here? Eh, not bad. I can definitely do that. Calming the forest, blight extractor. For extracting amber from blight rot cysts, each completely infected building generates 3 amber per minute, but also adds 10 hostility. Oh, that's a way to get amber without actually trading anyone anything. I love it. Let's have an open line to actually have some amber in this facility. Get a couple more tools as well. So move this woodcutter stamp down near the other. All right. Now for coal production, immediately set it at 25 and set bricks at 15 and then jerky at 50. I mean, I'd fully staff it if I could. You may also now consume coal. That's fine for you. It's now a renewable resource. Filling out that fabric though, which maximum of 5, thank you, should give us the ability to make our lumber mill now, so we'll have plank production online as well. Which, maximum of 50 of those at any one time, please. Jorg. I mean, so Jorg is offering me the ability to buy the blueprint for the cookhouse. The cookhouse will require 8 planks and 4 bricks, but in return, I get skewer and biscuit production. So let's look at what goes into making those, because skewers are made out of mushrooms, jerky, neat, insects or meat, and they also require a secondary resource, roots, vegetables, eggs, or berries. I make roots and herbs, I think, at the moment with my farm. I'm leaning towards just buying the cookhouse. I think it's totally reasonable for us right now. I also kind of just want to take the planks. It's 9, and I just get 30 planks off the bat. I don't have to actually work those. And then I also want a little bit more food if I can swing it. Let's get some meat. Might be able to turn that into jerky. Get ourselves a little bit more value from it. Speaking of turning into jerky, that occurs in the kiln. So there you go. I mean, it's not like I have anyone that I can rotate into a different job right now, unfortunately. Let's quickly extend that path out a little. Nice. Okay, fabric production is going okay. It looks like we have effectively just consumed all of it, though. 50 grain gives us 5 humans as well as 15 bricks and 20... No. Advanced farming, extra goods in the herb garden for 18 crops. That's difficult, but I think I'm going to have excess in that area. If I'm going to have excess anywhere, it's going to be there. 6 human houses. That's not difficult to make at all either. Getting into 4 glades, though, is that doesn't seem super likely for me right now. Well, does it? I want to find more tillable soil. Because that's how I actually start to use biscuits. Tillable soil first. I mean, like, I've not told either of these woodcutters camps to ignore glades, so they are just going to be opening these. Cool, cool. First event is... I'm immediately telling you not to use coal anymore so that I have all 16 of it available for the termite burrow. So that's super cool as well, because we're using the coal effectively, I guess, to smoke them out. Nothing can stop a hungry stone-toothed termite swarm from feeding. Destroys all building materials that have been stored. -7 to the global resolve while we're working on the event. We don't have a storm coming up next, so I think we can prioritize this. And it gives us, it's a source of edible insects constantly, which means that I'm going to be able to make jerky, even when I don't have meat. That's pretty important. So I'm going to start working that, but unfortunately, everyone's going to be pretty up in arms about that. If I take two of you off of working, then I lose 1 hostility level. Unfortunately, that's still not enough to prevent the lizards and harpies from being pretty upset about all this. Trappers camp! We found it. There's the ranch as well. The ranch would have the ability to turn vegetables, plant fiber, reed, or grain into meat, leather, or eggs. I'm taking the trappers camp though. It's like priority. That'll also get me a bunch of leather, which is gonna be really handy. What are they? Stone-Tooth Swarm is doing the largest effect to them with the -7, but that makes sense. Of course it's doing that. It's gonna be 3 minutes and 30 seconds for that to complete. I'm probably going to lose one of the harpies or the lizards by then, unfortunately, so I really want to try and reevaluate this to prevent that. Actually, I think if I just stock you up, I'll create enough jerky to start keeping people happy. Make sure the harpies don't dip negative enough to actually lose goods. Okay. We moved into the drizzle season. Lizards are starting to disappear. 2 minutes and 20 seconds until they do run out on me. I kind of amazed. Oh, I don't have be able to actually build the lumber mill at the moment. That's what's going on there. If I take 2 more people out, I actually decrease the negative effects that we're currently dealing with a little bit. Reducing the hostility again. Unfortunately, the lizards are not having a good time. Oh boy. I really don't want to have to end working the event. We've worked halfway through it. So how can I help their resolve a little bit? Well, one way is getting a lizard in the ancient half. So that pumps the lizard's resolve because the lizard likes being in a fiery area. So they're getting some resolve out of that, but they're also giving +1 to global resolve. So the harpies are also now not negative, but they're very close. Unfortunately, 0 is still bad. So even though it's not negative, I still need it to get slightly better for them. Which I think can happen if they just eat a little bit more. Lizards are above, they're fine. Oh my god, Harpy, just eat some more jerky! Oh, I really don't want you to lose a person this early. It would seem to be bad for us if that do occur. What can I even do? At this point, I definitely can't afford to like build the houses or anything like that in time. I worry that I don't have a choice but to let one of them run. I'm not thrilled about that, but we can replace them pretty quickly with this large encampment here, thankfully. Lizard's resolve is low. Is that immediately going to make one of you run? Or you haven't even gone down negative yet. Perfect. The harpies actually got positive and the lizards are not going to have enough time to run out. Hell yeah, we're going to finish the event and not lose anyone. Yeah. This will also be 2 more of the events. The orders completed. Come on. There we go. So now we have +5 to insects per minute. I mean, absolutely a small hearth is going right there. Oh, of course it is. And then if I mean, first off, let's turn in both of these. Get myself 1 more wildfire essence as well as another +1 to copper ore production, 25 coal, and a blueprint. I also get another blueprint here, as well as 10 planks, 6 simple tools, and 3 villages. Smokehouse, that's the best jerky production there is. And everyone, and I do mean everyone, wants jerky. Grill? So that gives us the ability to upgrade our jerky, or our excess jerky even, into skewers, which is even more food. Yes. Okay. First things first, there's the smokehouse. And now you should stop making jerky as a priority, or in fact at all. Let's get 2 you staffing Trapper's Camp, thank you. And then I also know that we have the grill. I just got a grill, baby. Heck, there's even a warehouse here. Let's also use these eggs to gain some additional population to work for us. Alright. Pretty confident with where we are right now. Pretty confident. Yeah, so watch the season roll over. I'm not gonna change to a different harpy there. If I sub y'all in and out, I can get another hot-blooded, or rather cold-blooded lizard. They can be hot-blooded if they stay near enough. We've got some idle workers here, not able to make any more coal, not able to make any more bricks. Let's free them up so that they can actually try and create the smokehouse especially would be good. I'll use the coal because 1 coal versus 5 wood. 1 coal is worth 2 wood for us right now. So this is too expensive considering that we can make, 10 wood into 5 coal. Scavengers, you'll have nothing nearby. Well, I'm gonna free those workers up. Also worth noting, the smokehouse is both warm and involves meat production, so 3 lizards here at all times will have +5 to their resolve as well as +10 to their yield. Plus 10% to their chance of doubling their yield, rather. There's no reason for me to ever stop making jerky. Make maximum jerky at all times. And then I'm going to use the jerky and eggs to make some very interesting skewers. So biscuit diet for chance of double yields for farmers. It burns cyst, removes an additional 50 corruption. Nah, all fuel recipes are 25% faster. I like that. We make fuel in the coal, especially, comes to mind. I'm going to unemploy you all from the grill for just a second, because it's not really helping them. Get one of you here to continue supporting the kiln, though. This Tinkerer. So this is the ability to get simple tool, training gear, and packs of building material. Wow. Let's fully staff you and pick you up. Absolutely. His next hearth wants to go there-ish. Let's move a woodcutter up to start clearing for it. You should avoid glades. And I think I do need a second stocked woodcutter at this point as well. You should also avoid glades. So we also have 8 people not working at the moment. Let's get some human houses down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, I don't need the 4th there. Only need 3 of them at the moment, as well as 1 lizard house. And then I'm not going to make a harpy house specifically, so I will just make a big shelter down here. But I should make a big shelter as well as something else, I think. Because that would give me the ability to get the +2 global resolve from each of these positions, which would just be heaven. I'm gonna put a park back here. Just completes that instantly. And this one... Well, this one's a bit more tricky. I'm going to take 2 pipe extensions from the back of the warehouse and then end them in the ground. We are pumping resources directly out of and into the ground. Yeah, that one's not ready. In case I want to use that for coal production in the future, I guess. My coal does feel like it's best produced in the kiln, to be frank. Okay, now I definitely have some excess jerky. It's time to make skewers. Oh, I'm so pleased that we're actually feeding people from early on. I'm so used to kind of focusing on every other efficiency and then realizing suddenly, oh, we're starving. Yeah, that probably is contributing negatively towards everything right now. Sahilda does bring fabric. I almost wonder if I should just wait for her to arrive rather than try and make any of my own. I mean, that's not what I'm going to do, but I do wonder it. The next smaller can go there. The fact that I'm going to have all of these small houses as well set up is going to be a really effective way for me to avoid having to actually remove the blight rot cysts that are otherwise going to be giving me 3 amber per minute. I'm going to throw a worker up there immediately. Sahilda, do you want to arrive, please? Please. Please. There you are. Yeah, we don't actually have money at the moment is a big thing. Small farm for making grain. I do want that. I do want the fabric as well. I did tell you I would buy it. What if I just bought 12? Would you accept barely anything I can actually give you for that? Nope, I'm gonna hold off for a bit. 40 scrolls for education. Oh no, or a kiln and coal. Yeah, we can absolutely make up to 40 coal. I'm gonna tell the kiln that it can make up to 50 coal at any one time. And that's going to be very easy to turn in. We're also going to get +1 to brick production after that. Completing any 3 dangerous forbidden glade events. This will unlock for us the artisan for coats, pigments, and barrel. Don't care about those that much. 2 ancient tablets as well as 3 glades. 2 more wildfire essence. Let's take that. I'm out of wildfire essence at the moment. What if I wanted to expand again? You know what? I'm just gonna have to move this in the future, but I do just need to get this down. Because it'll upgrade the area for us. There you go. Let's put a trapper's camp right there to start exploiting this broodmother. I don't need the global resolve right now, so I'm going to get the +5 to carry capacity from our ancient half by putting a harpy there. This gives me 2 of our lizards, so I can stock them both in the trapper's camp where they are most effective. Also leaves us 2 humans to actually do the buildings. Yeah, we are goated with respect to the skewers, which is to say they are made of goat. I don't need to make more than 50 of them at a time. I think I don't even need more than 1 of you in the grill right now, frankly. Nice. And you know what? Let's get 2 of you back in the kiln. Work on our coal a little bit faster. Hello, small hearth number 2. Number the 2nd one. You want lizard houses? I have lizard houses. It's not going to be enough to get us up to extra production, but it is pretty good still. Or extra global resolve, rather, but it is pretty good still. Wow, our global resolve... We are actually doing most of our reputation through resolve at this point. I'm a little concerned. Got a scab. Starting to cut up in that direction is kind of nice. Well, I mean, continuing to expand this area is essential. Only one builder at the moment. Explorer's Lodge, Market, Tool Shop, and Temple. Okay. So we could educate the Harpies and we can... if education is educate, what we can proselytize to, I guess, the humans. Or we could get brawling for the Harpies and the Lizards as well as education. Or you get luxury and cleanliness. Honestly, the only one here that really makes sense is the Explorer's Lodge for me. So the temple makes a little bit of sense, but it gives the goods sacrificed in the ancient hearthburn 25% longer modifier, whereas Explorer's Lodge, when it's fully staffed, gives +1 to global resolve for each rebuilt or salvaged ruin. You can imagine why I think that might be more powerful for us. Don't think anything else needs to change at the moment. Let's expand that over there. And then kind of like pseudo join those in. Looks like I made enough skewers and not really that much else for you to be making at the moment there in the grill. Considering I have so much building to go on, I will actually take you out of the grill so that you can help me with some other stuff. I could be making some more simple tools in the Tinkerer as well. I think that's a pretty good idea. Let's... actually... No, I still want builders. I forgot how competitive that field is at the moment for us. Oh, dirty work. Just lost the amount of coal I was going to need. It's okay. We'll have it done in just a second again. Education fulfillment. No. Brawling fulfillment. Yeah, we do actually have the ability to fulfill their brawling requests now. I'm going to take more non-lizards here. So, in terms of brawling, training gear is used for that, made out of crystal dew or copper bars, rather. But that's also what the simple tools are made out of. So maybe I want to prioritize making the training gear. Unfortunately, no one is engineering minded at the moment. Let's make training gear up to a maximum of 50 at any one point. Dirty work. I've got a kiln, and I've got a bunch of coal. There we go. Reinforced brick mold. A smithy, a cooperage, a harpy house? A little too late, I think, for me, especially considering I don't actually have good fabric production. Honestly, I don't really like any of these. I'm gonna reroll. Brewery, carpenter, ranch, or brickyard? There's an appeal in the ranch. It's a way to launder any of my plant materials into meat. The main problem there being that I don't have that many plant materials. And I don't have a shortage of meat. I mean, brickyard so that I can actually make some crystallized dew doesn't seem like a bad idea. Also doesn't seem like a great one, somewhere in between. Okay, we do have them still avoiding glades, good. So if I built a house down here for... I guess if I built another harpy location down here, I would then have the ability to get this above its population limit. I mean, I guess I kind of just want to evenly spread stuff at the moment instead. I do want 8 there, and I do want, well, fewer than 12, but unfortunately I only have them in lots of 6 at the moment from the big shelter. Although, if I put a lizard house up here, I'm pretty sure I could just get 2 people to move into it. Also, I'm just going to place a park up next to it. +2 to my global resolve, especially considering how much of our reputation is currently just coming from global resolve, seems great. This is about to even increase again once we have the ability to give people training gear. Travis Cab has nothing nearby. You sure about that? I could move it to so many different locations where it has something nearby. You sure it's not one of those? Okay. The grill is no longer making enough skewers to keep us comfy. So I'll stock another person back in there. Smokehouse is doing fine over making jerky. Yeah, there's no problem with them making too much jerky. We just end up using it for other stuff. About to go into clearance? So Forbidden Glade all the way down there. So I could cut through 2 glades to get to that Forbidden Glade. Honestly, that's probably the most appealing thing on the map to me right now. Let's do it from a couple of different directions at the same time. I'm going to tell you all to avoid glades except for the marked. I'm going to tell you to propagate that across everyone. And then cut down those. Open these 2 glades for us. Don't need any more fabric. Let's get some production online. Hey, there's some grasscap mushrooms in case I had herbalists. And there's Scavenger's Camp as well. It's fine. Artisan, plantation, press, or smelter? I don't like any of these. At all. I'm leaning closest to press? I don't even think I'm gonna end up building that, to be frank. Gonna need to hold on to my simple tools until I actually push through these. Also, considering it's a very common path for them right now, might as well extend that. 1, 2, 3, 4, new space. Okay, so we are looking for 2 spaces up from this, and then across to there, and connect in. Connect in. I really just wish I could move the tinker. It looks so much nicer. Just push it away. It does kind of just look like a trapped carriage, like an engine carriage from an old train, and it's just been made stationary there. You know, I probably don't need all of you making jerky right now. I mean, brick production, yeah, we have kind of exploded on that. Let's keep coal production going, turn brick production off. And now we have a bunch more builders. Order up. Building materials 20, that's actually not that's not unachievable for me because I believe, yes, here we go, pack of building materials. Let's get a second staffed in the lumber mill so that I can afford to actually make packs of building material lumber mill. 20 building materials I'm looking for from this. And then pack of crops. I have only the makeshift post for making crops at the moment, unfortunately. Let's actually look. So, hang on. Where are we? I'm looking for recipes. And one of them's gonna be about that crop. Okay, so makeshift post is the creation facility for this. It will accept mushroom, of which I apparently have a lot. Sure. Good enough for me. There's another mission for us complete. We get another 10 simple tools, 5 parts, 10 amber, as well as another Queen's Resolve. Gives us another blueprint, weaver, clothier, apothecary, or leather worker. Weaver is the best fabric production available, but I don't need anything else from it, whereas leather worker gives me the best water skin production and increases my fabric production. I'm going to be taking leather worker. Jorg. Welcome! I have 10 amber to spend on... I still haven't found any crops the entire time. Like, I understand I was not supposed to find that much crops on this map, right? It does say fertile soil small amount, but it also says glades have an increased chance of including fertile soil plus 60%. So I was expecting by this point I would have found something to farm. I am so glad that I have a herb garden and not an herb garden as well as a plantation and a small farm, all to prepare for something that was never going to happen. I'm gonna get some amber from that cache there. I'm also gonna open this cache for amber now. Hello, buddy. What's in here? Dark gate. I can solve this with oil, that's great. -8 to global resolve while I'm working on it, as well as plus 200 to the storm. That's not good. Although it will give me the ancient tablet. It gives me 5 ancient tablets, so I would actually have the ability to finish archaeology with that. Is that worth the end of archaeology? Ancient proto-wheat. A wild type of grain mutated by an invasive species of fungi. This grain is is mutated with reed, herb, oil, and amber. There's just gold in there. That's not mold, that's gold, baby. Yes, I'll come back to that. I mean, we've got 9 minutes until it kills 10 random villagers. That's fine. As soon as the storm is over, so I'm not risking a ridiculous amount of hostility by doing it, I will do it. Bathhouse Market, Tavern Ranch. Leisure and Brawling? Gleeman's Tales. So Gleeman's Tales is +3 global resolve, which is pretty good. I could just get the market. The market would give us market carts for global carrying capacities increased by 10. That's really good as well. Regular baths in good health from the bathhouse for the +25% to global production rate is also really good. I can take the market. Thinking about it at the moment, I have 3 resolve points until I succeed this area. One of them could just be completing the Citadel. Which actually, no matter how I complete the Citadel, if I complete it for keeping goods, it will give me the ability to complete archaeology. If I do it for send to the Citadel, I will get the reputation. So completing archaeology is also reputation. So if I build 20 packs of building materials and complete the Dark Gate as well as the large amount in cash, I might just like speed run this. So I do have no crystallized dew. Hang on. Yeah, I have no spark dew, so I'm not going to be able to make crystallized dew. Do I have copper bar production? I have copper bar production. Do I have copper though? I have no copper. That's going to cause a wee problem. How am I going to get the simple tools to finish this off? 7 more simple tools I need. Harpy production for cosmetics. Human resolve for incense. I'm not making either of those, and I don't care about my... Or I'm not letting my villagers run away anyway. Or live. Let's read a root production per minute, just so that I have extra resources of different kinds. And I'll take some extra planks for faster responses to things. Mira crustacea. I really want to loot the ancient proto-grain. Blah. Not allowed to. Am I overproducing anything at the moment? Not really. I'm underproducing wood by a significant degree. Did I say overproducing wood or underproducing wood? I hope I said underproducing wood, because I'm underproducing wood to a significant degree. There's another 10 building materials. People working on that event. I'm trying to spend all of my final resources just extending ourselves across the finish line, rather than setting up for a very long game and then da-da-da, you did it. You won passively while you were still setting up. Something that I've been finding myself encountering more commonly of late than I otherwise might like. 2 more packs of building material. 3, 6? Getting close to building the Citadel, which will give us... That will give us copper bars. That's actually incredible. That solves all of our problems. It gives... The copper bars give us the ability then to make the simple tools, which I will prioritize above training gear now. Yeah, make it out of fabric. No reason not to right now. Okay. This mission's almost complete. Okay, everyone's idle now. But that's because they've delivered the building material, so I can complete that mission. Having done so, I now have the ability... Yeah, they all already took 10 each for creation of simple tools. So let's send y'all there to finish that for us. And as soon as the Dark Gate is looted of its ancient tablet, should be about now. There. There we go. I can turn this mission in, getting another 12 for the simple tools, 2 more wildfire essence, archaeological tools as well, just in case I need them. I think this might have been my best settlement so far. We actually optimized everything around our intended end game, and then, and this is important, did not optimize past that point. This is actually a 1 hour single self-contained settlement here. I'm so thrilled. I knew it was possible. I knew it. Honestly, I just shouldn't pause. It's 1 minute and another 1 minute and 1 minute. Just 1 minute itself. And we are done. More missions here. Sure, Lizard Majority. Just in case I already had that activated. I don't, but it's fine. There you go. Why don't we have the Lizard Talons? That's cool too. It will not matter in a total of 20 more seconds. Well, not real-time 20 more seconds. Also, look, we have 88 Amber and 8 Ancient Tablet. I almost want to just like call them if they won't arrive during the storm. I almost want to call them immediately and then just buy a bunch of stuff. Knowing that we don't have the time though. Level 10. New Citadel upgrades. We also get the Tinkerer, can produce simple tools, training gear, and building materials at 2 apiece. Ah, we just had that in this run, so good unlock. Forum for leisure and education as a public service. There's Alchemist Hut for Crystal Dew, Cosmetics, and Wine, all at 2-star. Prosperous Settlement, +1 to Global Resolve each time you sell goods worth 40 Amber. Leftover crops gain 1 provisions per 10 herbs produced. And Cheap Construction. All buildings cost 40% less, but discovered resource nodes have 5 fewer charges. We also get 80 to our food stockpiles, and we complete the Patient Queen number 2. Don't let the Queen's impatience grow above 4 in a single game, and Homesick win a game in 5 years or less. Wait, 5 years or less? Is it possible that... Oh, no. Silum has already been established there. Dang. Ooh. But it has been established, which means I can get some pretty good trade routes with it and establish here in the marshlands if I wanted to get a bunch more food stockpile, which I do. Next deed is unlocking a Cornerstone, Fiery Wrath. Resources that you sacrifice in the Ancient Hearth burn 5% longer for each impatience point that you have. And then completing the game in 5 years or less gives us a signboard, an aesthetic building. Just a decoration for us. Final thing we want to do before the end here is send an upgrade of importance. All towns unveil more of the world map. You can see more of the world map at the start of the cycle. Seems pretty good. I'm going to get the harpy houses because I really feel bad when I have harpies and cannot house them. That's all we can do at the moment. Again, we're limited by our food stockpile and by the 1 hour length of the episode. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Against the Storm. Series playlist is up in the top left. YouTube recommendation down below. We've just gone over an hour now. So thank you to the patrons of the Republic who are scrolling past on the screen at the moment. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves and hopefully we'll see y'all next time.